This morning we're talking about the fastest growing type of fraud, and you may never have even heard of it. Synthetic fraud. It makes up 85% of all fraud right now, causing tens of billions of dollars in losses every year. And the most at risk could actually be your kids. Savannah Levin's joining us now to explain what you need to know. So let's start with the baseline here, Savannah. What is synthetic fraud?
Yeah, well, first of all, it's going to be something that you're hearing a lot more about, so we want our viewers to be ahead of the curve. So I spoke to cybersecurity experts about this, and they explained it like this. So it's basically when someone combines real and fake information to create a new identity, for instance, using your social security number with a made-up name. This type of fraud especially targets kids, since their social security numbers can be used for years without detection. And their info is definitely out there. In 2021, ransomware gangs sold student data from more than 1,200 American K-12 schools on the dark web. Here's what one expert told me.
I hate to say it, but Atlanta and the surrounding area, Alpharetta, Marietta in particular, are huge hotbeds for synthetic fraud. It is, I think, the biggest open risk issue impacting financial institutions today.
Yeah, you might recall some local ransomware attacks on school districts. That's a big contributor to that. But because it's not your actual name being used, if this happens to you, you likely won't know about it for a long time, if ever. And the good news is you personally won't be on the line to pay up for the losses, but it has other trickle-down impacts, like banks making it harder to get credit, higher fees and interest rates, and it could still cause a big headache for you to clear things up, or for your child when they go to open their first line of credit. And with tax season coming up, here are some tips to keep yourself safe.
If you get a 1099-G in the mail from Georgia and you don't recognize the unemployment insurance, go and contact the state unemployment insurance and say, hey, this wasn't me. I recommend that everyone sign up for some kind of free credit monitoring service. You can actually see if your passwords have been breached. You can actually even check that online with sites like Have I Been Pwned?
Savannah, seriously, I appreciate you helping us stay ahead of the curve. The curve feels like it's always like going dramatically fast. It's incredible. It's definitely concerning that this is such a prevalent issue here, and really that it's targeting children.
Yeah, and the experts say a lot of that too has to do with kids' internet use. They're more likely to fall victim to phishing attempts via social media and apps, you know, like guess what Disney princess I am, but it's really taking your info. So it's really good to have those conversations with your kids early about being extra careful online.
And they are online a lot. Savannah, thank you.